What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel. Welcome to a FIFA 20 Road to Glory. That's right, we are going to be starting a FIFA 20 Road to Glory with Northampton. We are starting from the very bottom of the English divisions. We're in League 2 with Northampton. We're going to climb the ranks. We're going to go League 1, Championship, Premier League, or the Premier League. If you're English or if you're American, you say it differently. I say the Premier League, but that's just because I'm American. So then you go from the Premier League to the Champions League, winning the Champions League, doing the treble, becoming the greatest of all time. And as you can see right there from the news screen and from the top left of the thing, the manager that will be leading Northampton throughout this journey is going to be none other than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That's right. He is the manager I've chosen to hand the reins over to and control this club from the get-go. Now, I couldn't get the actual in-game Zlatan to be the manager of Northampton. Trust me, I tried. I tried like 100 times to start up a player career mode, retire Zlatan, and then try to get a job with Northampton. But every single time I did that, they never offered me the job. Northampton was like the only team in the League 2 that didn't offer me a job, and I couldn't figure out why. So then I just decided to screw that, keep Zlatan in the MLS, and he's only going to be there for one season, so that's not going to be any bother to us. It'll be like he's not even in there in the career mode. So I decided to boot up a regular manager career mode, and I created Zlatan as best I could. I got his ponytail as close as I possibly could. This is the closest one they had, hairstyle they had in the creation mode for manager, and I got his face as good as possible with his facial hair is as good as it's gonna get. So this is, think of it as the real Zlatan is the Gucci version, and this Zlatan is the Walmart version. If you think of it like that, then that's the way that it's gonna work. So that's how the manager's going to look. Our transfer budget is only 3.09 million. I can bump that up to 50-50 probably. That's probably what I'm going to do. 4.97 with $96,000 in the wage budget. The board wants us to sign one youth player assigned to the defender position and then grow one youth academy player by at least 5 and then play them in 5 matches either in the starting 11 or the bench. Then we got to sell out at least 85% of the attendance, at least 50% of the home games this season. That should be pretty easy. The brand exposure ones are never that hard to do. They usually get done pretty quickly. The youth development one will be very easy to do because we will be signing some youth scouts either in Season 1 or in Season 2 and sending them out and then growing some youth players. I don't know yet if I'm going to use a future star, a scout future star. I probably will. I have some available, so I don't know if I'm going to use one or not. I probably will. And then financial is we gotta win within 3 seasons, increase the club worth by 100%, which is gonna be easy. We got 3 seasons to do it, so we'll be hopefully with the team that we have. Once I show you guys the team, you'll know. With the team that we have, we'll breeze by League 2, breeze by League 1, and we'll be in the championship by League 3 or by year 3. So it shouldn't be that hard at all. And then we gotta win the league title and reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup, which will be easy because of the team that we have. Continental success, we don't have any continental success because we're Northampton. So, speaking of the team, let's get straight into who we have. I'll just go to the squad hub so you guys can see it. At goalkeeper, we have Alex Merritt, 22 years old, Italian goalkeeper. Then behind him, we have Diogo Costa, 19-year-old from Portugal. And then next we have Manuel Rofo, 19-year-old Argentine, I should say. And then we have Inot Andre Radu, the 22-year-old Romanian goalkeeper, 75 overall. So we're probably going to train Rofo or loan him out. Either one. Because we'll have Radu as our backup goalkeeper, and then these two guys will either be trained or loaned out, since they're both 19. And then Alex Merritt and Radu are both 22, so they'll be the starters in the backup. Then we have Christian Romero at the center back position, who is currently our captain, but we'll change that most likely. I'll decide someone else to be the captain. I don't think he's ready to be a captain. He's 21 years old, 73-year-old Argentine. Then we have Ruben Diaz, 22-year-old Portuguese center back, 80 overall. Panagiotis Retsos, I think is how you say his name. He's a 20-year-old Greek player who can play center back, right back, and left back. Already 75 overall, 20 years old. He's going to grow pretty well because he's got showing great potential. So he's going to be good. Lewis Gibson is a very underrated center back from England. He's 61 years old. He's 61 overall at 18 years old. So he's going to definitely need some training and maybe a loan. He's going to probably be loaned out because he definitely has the potential to become like a formidable starting center back for us, but not right now, that's for sure. Then we have Diogo Dalot, a Portuguese right back who can also play left back and right mid, 75 overall. Kiana Hoover, one of the best young players in FIFA, 17 years old, a right back and center back from the Netherlands, 62 overall. We're definitely not loaning him out. We are going to train him right away. He is going to be a cornerstone of this team, probably. Then we have Robbie Kiernan, the Belgian right back, who can also play left back, 17 years old, 64 overall. Then we have Joshua Wagnerman, 18-year-old German right back, who can play left mid and left back as well. He's 66 overall. Sandro Tonali, a career mode legend, a Road to Glory legend, I should say. I've seen countless career mode Road to Glories on FIFA 18, FIFA 19, and FIFA 20 now that have had Sandro Tonali as like the main captain, the main cornerstone piece of their team. So I had to throw him into the team. He has to be here. And he's probably going to be our captain now that I think about it. I'll probably decide later, but he's probably the top choice to be captain. He's 19 years old from Italy. Then we have Tahith Chong, the man with the big hair. I couldn't pass up Tahith. You got to have his hair playing for Northampton. He is 19 years old, 65 overall. He can play all the wing positions. Then we have Alphonso Davies, the Canadian left mid, who we will probably use as our left back because he is 72 rated, and our highest rated left back is our highest rated left, but we don't have a left back. So Alphonso Davies will not play left mid. He will play left back because he's a 72 overall. Then next we have Augustin Urzi, 19-year-old Argentine who can play all the central positions, 70 overall. Jakob Brun Larsen, left mid, 20 years old from Denmark, 75 overall. He's going to be a critical piece to the puzzle early on. I don't know how much he'll factor in later down the road when we get to the championship and when we get to the Premier League. So for right now, he'll be a critical piece. Then we have Nicolas Dominguez, who is probably going to be our right back until we can grow one of these three guys. I guess I could go with Dalot or Delo, however you say the name. But these three guys are definitely going to be not ready just yet. They're all 17 and 18, so I could start him, but I don't know. I feel like Dominguez 60 or 76 overall. We need to have the strongest possible 11 that we can early on, so we can just like breeze by this season and automatic promotion all the way. So what I'm thinking right now is he's going to be the right back to start us off. Then we have Houssem Aouar, 21-year-old Frenchman, 81 overall already at only 21 years old, and he's a center mid. And then we have Tengai Ndoble, 81 overall, 22-year-old Frenchman. So these two Frenchmen will be battling out for the center mid position. I'm leaning towards Ndoble just because I have played with him in the past in a career mode, and he's grown very well. He's grown to like 92, and Aouar has only grown to like 91 or 90. So I think I'm feeling Ndombele better. He's probably going to start for us. Then we have Jonathan David, a 19-year-old Canadian who can play cam and striker, 75 overall already. He's probably one of the most underrated players that career mode has to offer this year, because I personally didn't even know about him until I saw a video going through like the most forgotten youth players, or the most forgotten or not known about youngsters that are like future stars and stuff. And I saw a video where they simulated, and he won the Ballon d'Or. Like, no joke. Like, Jonathan David 1 year in the simulation. He only won one of them, but he did win the Ballon d'Or 1 year. So that's why I had to put him on there. I was like, you know what? Maybe he'll grow into something for us in the future. So we got Jonathan David, the 19-year-old Canadian. He will probably be on the bench to start out with, because we have Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta is going to be our rock star. He is going to be the main middle player for us for the foreseeable future, because he is a 79 overall, 21 years old. He can play cam and center mid, so he is going to be right in there the entire way, at least for the first couple of seasons. Then we have Mohamed Ihtarian. I think that's how you say his name. I'm probably butchering it. He can play cam and right wing, 17 years old, from the Netherlands, 73 overall. He has exciting prospect on him, and so does Paqueta, but Paqueta is already 21 and highly rated, so we're probably going to go with him. Next, we have Yeri Verscharen, cam right wing and center mid, 17 years old, from Belgium. He's a 72 overall. I don't know why I keep doing that. 72 overall. We're going to train him along with Thiago Almada, because Thiago Almada is going to be, I know I keep saying this, but he is going to be a piece to the puzzle that we cannot get rid of. Thiago Almada is going to be trained heavily. He is an exciting prospect, but he has the potential to be special. I know it doesn't say it, but I know that he has the potential to be special. So we're going to train him hard to get him up to the 90s, and maybe not the 90s, but the low 80s or the high 80s, like 86, 87. Then we have Orkin Kachu. I think I know I'm butchering that name because it's a Turkish name, but we're just gonna call him Orkin. I think Orkin. He is a cam and a center mid, 18 years old, 71 overall. His contract is expiring in 12 months. A few of these guys' contracts are expiring in 12 months. We're gonna have to go in there after this is done and then re-up all these guys' contracts so they stay on the team. And then we have Donny van de Beek. Probably the best player on the team, at least right now. I know we have Ndombele and Aouar, who are 81 overall as well. But Donny van de Beek, 22 years old, 81 overall, cam and center mid, has that something special. He's definitely in the running along with Sandro Tonali to be the captain to start out this road to glory. Just because of the way I know how he grows, and I know how he plays, and he's going to be a big key to this puzzle. A big piece of this puzzle, I should say. And then we have Nicola Zanolo. An exciting prospect, 19 years old, from Italy, 74 overall, cam, right wing, and center mid. He's got the potential to be something good. He's an exciting prospect, so he's definitely has some opportunities. We'll definitely give him some opportunities. Then we have Dominique Sabosalai. I butchered that name for sure. But he's a cam, right mid, and left mid. 18 years old, from Hungary. 74 overall. Exciting prospect. He's definitely got some skills. We'll definitely need to use him. And then we have the most exciting prospect and most exciting youngster in the entire squad. I know he's not the best right now, but he will be the best on this team. Vinicius Jr. I mean, when you're thinking road to glory with future stars, you gotta think Vinicius. He's like the first guy that comes to mind. So I had to put him on the squad as the starting left wing, at 18 years old from Brazil, has the potential to be special. He definitely does. He will grow very nicely for this team. And then we have Rodrigo, his running mate in on the Brazilian under-20 squad. Left wing, right wing, and striker. 76 overall from Real Madrid, along with Vinicius. They both came from Real Madrid. Pedro de la Vega, a rising star in Argentina, right wing and left wing, 18 years old, 70 overall. We're going to have to train him to get him up and get him to where he needs to be. He's an exciting prospect, which means the mid-80s probably is where his potential is, but with dynamic potential, who knows where he could get. He could get to 90. So next we have Alvaro Barriel, I think it's how you say Barriel? I think it's Barriel. Right wing, left wing, 18 years old, from Argentina, 68 overall. He's definitely going to need some training. He is not ready yet. He's showing great potential, but he is not ready yet. So we are either going to loan him out or train him up good. Calvin Stangs is up next. Right wing, 20 years old, from the Netherlands, 75 overall. He's one of our better players in the current stages, and he is going to be a key part to the puzzle right now. Mason Greenwood, like I said with Vinicius, when you think of a youth squad road to glory with real players, you think Mason Greenwood. When you think Vinicius Jr., after that, it's like a few players, then you get to Mason Greenwood, because he is like the next big thing in England right now. He's 17 years old. He can play center forward, right mid, and striker. 67 overall just now, but he's only 17, so he is going to be like the main piece to the puzzle when he gets up to like the 90s, because he can get into like 95 territory. He can get into like that 92 to 95 territory when he's up in like at age 22 or 23. He'll be up there. So João Felix, the next Ronaldo. He's being billed as the next Cristiano Ronaldo, the next great thing, the next savior of Portugal, because Ronaldo is getting older. So they brought this guy in. They've groomed him. He's a center forward and striker. 19 years old. João Felix is that good. He has the potential to be special. He definitely does. He is one of the most exciting people we have on the squad. Next we have Erling Braut Haaland, or Haaland. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's from Norway. Striker, 18 years old, 75 overall. I've seen career modes where he's grown to 96, 97, even 99. I've seen a career mode where this guy grew him to 99 overall. So out of all these guys, I know I keep saying this, but out of all these guys, Haaland, he probably has the most potential out of all these guys. I know that João Felix has a lot of potential. He probably has more potential than Haaland, but the where they're at in their careers, this kid is the real deal. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. And then we have Jean-Fiet Arp from Germany, a 19-year-old, 67 overall, can play striker, left mid, and right mid. We're probably going to loan him away just because he's not ready yet, and we have Haaland, Felix, and Greenwood. So we're going to loan him away, let him get some game time, some first-team quality minutes, and then bring him back in maybe a year or two, keep loaning him out, get him up in overalls. And then last but not least, Ryan Brewster, the kind of disappointment in England, because you had Marcus Rashford, you have who else do they have? Marcus Rashford. There's one other kid. I guess Mason Greenwood would be the other kid from England. And then Ryan Brewster, that all have like this. They were all grouped in this pool of these three kids are going to be like the saviors of England. But Ryan Brewster kind of got left behind. He's only 64 years old at 19 years old. Or he's only 64 overall at 19 years old. He's a striker only, because you can see that Greenwood can play multiple positions and Rashford can play multiple positions. But Brewster he says he's showing great potential, and with dynamic potential, he can definitely grow. But I don't know if there's a future for Brewster here in Northampton. I do have him on the team just because you can't have a career mode without Ryan Brewster. And that's the squad. So let's quickly go in here and change the roles, because I'm probably gonna have to change the. Before I do that, I'm gonna have to change the formation because I want João Felix to be a starter in the starting 11. So I'm thinking 4-4-1-1 just for right now, and then I can switch it up either to one of these maybe. I know I want some wingers, so I think if we have maybe that could work. Or if we do that, I don't know. I need to have a striker. I need to have a center forward or another striker. And I need to have 2 wingers. I don't know how many midfield players I need. I know I have a lot of them. That could be what we do. We could run with a 4-2-4. Have Holland and João Felix up top with Vinicius and probably Calvin Stengs on the right. And then have Sandro and Ndombele in the middle. Have Alphonso Davies and Nicolas Dominguez on the wings. And then have 2 center backs and a goalkeeper. I like that. I think that's what I should do. Let's go with that. Let's just try that out for right now. Continue editing. Keep the roles. The captain for right now is going to be Romero just because I haven't changed it yet. Felix, and then let's find Holland, get him in there. Vinicius. Dominguez is going to be the right back. Vinicius will be the left wing. Right wing is going to be... let's do Stengs, and then Sandro will be on the bench at least. Paqueta and Aouar are the 2 center mids. Do I like that? What's Paqueta? Paqueta's a 2-star, 3-star. They're both 3-star, 4-stars. For right now, I'll keep it like that. And then left back will be Alphonso Davies. Where'd he go? Alphonso Davies. There he is. Oops, hit the wrong button. Alphonso Davies will be up there. Retsos will be on the bench because our center backs will be Ruben Diaz and probably you, actually, now that I think about it. And then Alex Merritt will be our goalkeeper. So we'll try this formation just to start out with. And then we'll go from there. Now I can change the captaincy to, we'll give it to Vinicius to start with. That's not Vinicius. We'll give it to Vinicius to start out with, and we can always change the captaincy. He will be our captain to start out with, and that's how we'll start out this season. And I can always, since we have so many players, I will most likely create a second team just to get everybody game time, because I know that squad morale is a big thing in this in FIFA 20. So I'm probably gonna have to create a second team so I can get all the youngsters playing, just so that I can rotate and not everybody's not so tired, and then I can get everybody's morale at least up there. So, but this is basically just an introductory episode just to show you guys the team, the budget, who our manager is, see the schedule, the preseason. In the next episode, we'll simulate through the preseason, and if we get to the preseason tournament, which we most likely will, then I'll play the preseason tournament final, and then we'll get into the transfer window, which we probably won't have to sign anybody because we already have all of our players, but we can definitely scout some. Oh, speaking of that, we got to hire some scouts. We have a 4-star or a 5-star 3. I can't say it. A 5-star 4-star. There we go. Jamie Hall. He would cost almost all of our budget just to bring him in. And then there's a 4-star 4-star who's about half of our budget from Russia. Roman Privalov. So, do we go with the 5-star 4-star or the 4-star 4-star? If his 5-star skill was judgment, then I definitely would go for him. But I'm probably gonna bring in Privalov, and then we'll send him to Russia first, since that's where he's from. So we'll get him started out in Russia. If I could actually pick Russia. Can I not pick Russia? We'll get him started out close to Russia. We'll get some Polish players. Let's give him 6 months. Put him in Poland. There we go. He's on his way. And now we have about $2.5 million left to spend. 50-50. 3.7 now. So that is where we're going to leave it for this first video. In the next one, we will play the preseason tournament. Simulate that. At least, I guess I could train some players real quick. Let's see. Let's train Mason Greenwood, obviously. Got to get him up. Let's train up. Let's train up Pedro de la Vega. And then we'll train on the midfield. We'll train Thiago Almada. We'll get him moving. For the center backs, we'll need to train... Who's the lowest one? Lewis Gibson. We'll get him trained up. And then goalkeeper, we'll train Rofo to get him trained up. And that's going to be the training session we'll do at least for the first half of the season. And then if I see people growing, then I'll definitely change it. The catalog. Let's see. How many do I have? Okay, I have a lot. I have a level 34 future star. You know what? Let's do it. Let's redeem the future star level 34 future star. I don't know if the level makes any difference of how good the future star is going to be, but he's going to be... He is going to come in pretty soon, hopefully. And then we'll have a future star who we can pop into the lineup, hopefully. And we can definitely train. And then he'll be right up there in the next couple seasons. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode here for today, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button while you're down there. It only takes a few seconds, F that, to hit all three. And it really does show me that you guys like this content that I'm making. I hope you guys do. I like making the content for you guys. So in the next one, we'll simulate the preseason, start out the regular season in League 2, and see if we can breeze by League 2 with no troubles. We shouldn't lose a game, really, with this squad going up against the highest rated, probably like 69, 67 would be like the highest rated players on the squad. Maybe a 70 here and there, but these players are going to easily blow by that. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!